Hey guys, it's Cece and welcome to Booktubeathon. It has officially begun, though actually it started about 45 minutes ago. I don't usually start readathons late, but Game of Thrones was on tonight and I had to watch it before I went to sleep because I'm going to be seeing people tomorrow who've definitely already watched the episode and I needed to be prepared for that conversation. So I did watch Game of Thrones. I shouldn't talk about it because I'm a little bit pissed about something that happened. I'm not ready to talk about it yet, though, because it finished, like, literally a minute ago. Sunday was a pretty mellow day, so I'm excited going into Booktubeathon. I spent most of it watching Harry Potter. I watched 2 Harry Potter movies, and I made a Booktubeathon page in my journal, and then I wrapped up the day by having a fire pit in our backyard with our neighbors, so overall, it was just, like, a really soothing, nice, mellow Sunday, which has made me feel really prepared to go into this week of reading. The video challenge for Monday has already been uploaded. I've watched the challenge and decided I'm not going to be participating in that one, so that's not going to happen tomorrow. And I've decided which book I'm going to start with, and that is Saga Volume 4 by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples, which I am reading for the challenge to read a hyped book. It is, like I said, about 12:45 a.m. right now. I'm going to read this before I go to sleep. Maybe even start another one of my books. Read a few pages of And Then There Were None. Where is that? Maybe read a few pages of And Then There Were None before I go to sleep. And that is how we are going to lead into the very first day of Booktubeathon, which I am so excited to get started on. Hello and good afternoon, not good morning in the slightest. Last night I finished reading Saga Volume 4 all at once. I liked it significantly less than I have liked all of the other volumes of Saga that I've read. I think I gave it like a 3. I've given all of the others 4.5, so that was kind of a letdown, kind of a rough way to start. I'm here with my sister. Hi! Today's an exciting day because Utah decided 4th of July just wasn't enough. And
they were right.
Well, that's questionable. And so in honor of that, Utah throws another 4th of July. It's the 24th of July, and we call it Pioneer Day. So we are going to go and get some sparklers. We already got fireworks a while ago, but my grandparents throw a huge party every year on the 24th of July, and we invite, like, everybody we know. So we're prepping for that, and hopefully throughout the day I'll also be reading Miss Marvel Generation Y, and which is for the challenge to read a book all in one day. Well, we need to get lunch. Oh, and I filmed my entire bookshelf tour, which I have to edit tonight, so that should be fun. I fell down a few days ago when I filmed my bookshelf tour, just collapsed off of the step stool, fell onto the chair that was holding up the tripod, knocked everything down, and just cursed up a storm. But we made it through, and you guys are gonna get a bookshelf tour, so let's go get some lunch. So yes, I finished the second volume of Miss Marvel today, a little bit at my grandparents' when Pioneer Day celebrations were winding down, and then a little bit back at home before midnight hit. I definitely liked it more than I liked the first one. I thought it had just a little bit more pep, a little bit more character, and I loved the addition of Wolverine, who made an appearance for a very short amount of time. I was so excited to see him there. Wolverine was my favorite hero growing up, so anytime he shows up, I'm cool with it. Pioneer Day was really, really fun. I always enjoy it. We don't get together in my family really on the 4th. We're kind of encouraged to go wherever, hang out with friends, but the 24th is friends and family, and we just get to invite everybody together and do this whole huge fireworks thing, and I really, really love it, and it was really fun for my friends to be there as they've been there for the past couple of years, and so I just had a really good night. I think it was really, really lovely. Plus, while we were waiting for fireworks, my friends were quizzing me on Harry Potter things, prepping me for book battles, as everyone has been doing lately. Tonight, I need to stay up and finish editing my bookshelf tour video, which is still going to take a while, and then hopefully I'm going to be starting And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. That would be good, but 2 books down on day 1. I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the video challenge yet tomorrow. I guess you'll know by the time you watch this if I did it or not. But yeah, I'm gonna edit, and then I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up tomorrow and do lots more stuff and read many more things.
Someone came to visit me this morning while I was editing. Who's a fluffy fuzzball? Yeah, you are.
Good afternoon. We are back in this car again because it seems like that's where we're spending all of our time, at least in terms of this vlog. I am with my sister Zoe again. We were just stopping off at the office where we work sometimes to help out there. I read like 10 pages of And Then There Were None last night, but that is it because I spent 2.5 hours fighting my computer and editing system trying to get my bookshelf tour done, and I didn't fall asleep until 5 a.m. It was not good. I woke up this morning and I was working on it a little bit more, but it's not quite done yet. But we have a couple more things to get done still. And it's hot, if you can't tell by my flushed cheeks. And it's just so warm. It is just so warm. So it is 6 in the morning. 7 actually. It was raining, some summer rain, which got up to here in my window well and started coming in through down here. Cleo's just checking it out, but we have so much water coming into my room, and it was coming down onto my Kindle, which I saved, and that's fine. And we got it blocked off so it's not gonna hit my bookshelves. It did get a little bit of my bed, which is not awesome, but that's what's happening right now. It's a good way to wake up on a Wednesday morning. Would you not agree? Yeah.
I wouldn't classify myself as woken up yet.
Okay, that's fair. Flood update. We've now got Leia also in here trying to check out the situation. No, Cleo, don't drink it. They're really helping. You guys are being really helpful. So I figured I should update you all on the status of my room and its floodedness. It kept flooding for a little bit after I was filming that, but we finally got a guy over to the window well and he pumped out the water, and then we had someone else come by with a carpet cleaner, and currently my room is still completely torn apart and there are fans in there and everything's drying out, but it seems like everything's mostly okay. It never got to my bookshelves. It did hit a little bit of my Kindle, but we put it right in a bag of rice, so it should be fine. And I'm gonna have to wash my sheets, but I'll get over that. So I think everything will be okay. This has happened one time before in that room where it just suddenly rains, fills up the window well to like 6 inches, and the window can't take it and it just starts spilling in. So not my favorite way to wake up, but we did get through it. Last night I read a little bit of And Then There Were None, like 20-30 pages, and then I fell asleep, but I've been reading today for a little bit and I'm now on page 75. I am really liking it. It's reminding me a lot of Clue, which I'm realizing more and more is probably because Clue is somewhat based on And Then There Were None, but I'm getting through that. I probably need to read a couple of graphic novels today to catch up on reading. I'll probably do that tonight. And yeah, that's all I can think of. So I'm going to get back to reading, and then soon Zoe and I are going to go and get dinner, which should be very yummy. Hey, so today has kind of been a rough start. I just found out that my grandfather, he went into an emergency surgery yesterday, and today he was moved to the ICU and he's currently non-responsive. The doctors currently are telling us not to worry, but you know, it's kind of hard not to. So that's where I am right now emotionally. My sister and I are still going to go into work at the office because we kind of need a distraction or another thing to do. Today, I am planning on doing the YouTube challenge. I think that's another good way of distracting myself because last night my sister and I came up with the idea and we're really excited about it. You know, I have this really short blonde hair and I've always really wanted to cosplay Draco. And today the challenge is to cosplay, and our neighbor happens to have Slytherin robes and Draco's wand and everything because she loves Draco Malfoy. So I'm going to be doing that later. Last night I read the entirety of Power and Magic, which is the queer witch comics anthology, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was a wonderful collection of stories. I gave it 5 stars. There's so many different types of diversity represented in it, but also each of the stories individually just resonated really strongly. There were so many happy queer witches, and it made me really happy, and I want to read more collections like that in the future. I absolutely loved it. I also started reading El Defo by CC Bell, and I got about 30 pages in, but that's it, and I read about another 30 or so pages of And Then There Were None. So that's where I am reading-wise, but I think I'm going to go grab some food, and then I'm going to go into the office, and yeah. Hey guys, so quick update I thought I would offer you. First of all, that my grandpa has, he's responding again, he's doing a whole ton better, so today in general, taking a huge tick upwards. Zoe and I have been out here filming the challenge for the day 4 Booktubeathon challenge, which was to cosplay a character. I am Draco Malfoy, although I have taken off my robes because it is summer and it's hot. Zoe is dressed as Hermione from Prisoner of Azkaban, and we stole some books from my grandparents' house because that is where we are. We're at my grandparents'. My hair is... Ugh, it's good that we're done filming this because it's kind of falling apart. So we're gonna go put these books down, and then we're gonna go home. And I read about 50 or so more pages of El Defo, and I'm still really liking it, but I definitely have to finish that tonight. And we have to watch 2 Harry Potter movies to finish up the Harry Potter movie rewatch in time for book battles in a few days. So lots to do tonight, basically. Good afternoon, or even almost verging on evening. Last night I finished reading El Defo by Cece Bell, and I absolutely loved it. I thought it was so sweet. I loved the way it told a story, and it was just really nice. I would definitely recommend it to a whole lot of people, and I think I'm going to be doing that right now. I'm recommending it to all of you, and there are a few of you. Other than that, I haven't gotten that much reading done today, to be honest. Yesterday, when we had kind of our scare with my grandpa, my uncle, who is a nurse, flew in from Seattle. We don't get to see him very often, and so today, I saw him and we went out to eat lunch, and now I am at a friend's house because his birthday is on Sunday, and so obviously I'm going to be here for the weekend to celebrate that. I read the first little bit of Spell on Wheels last night before I went to sleep, which I love so much, and I'm expecting to like the other 4 issues that are included in my bind-up. I'll definitely be finishing that. I brought And Then There Were None and Skim with me. Skim was my read an entire book outside challenge. Don't know if it's going to happen, to be honest with you, but we'll see. And now I'm gonna go inside and hang out with my friends and kind of diffuse, because today's been kind of stressful, so I think I need a break, and nothing mellows me more than being with my friends. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So guess what? It's the final day of Booktubeathon. I didn't check in because, like I said in multiple other vlogs before, I don't vlog a whole ton when I'm staying with my friends. Sorry about that. Since I vlogged last, I have finished 2 additional graphic novels. I finished reading Spell on Wheels the night that I got here, and then I finished Skim this morning. Spell on Wheels was absolute perfection. I loved every single second of it. I want 100 more volumes, even though this is the only volume we're gonna get. I want a TV show, I want a movie, anything. It was so good, and I gave it 5 stars. Absolutely, I adored it. Then this morning I read Skim. Now Skim was for the Read a Book Outside challenge, but actually the challenge was phrased finish a book outside, and so I used a cheat that someone left on my TBR. So I read most of the graphic novel, and then this morning I came outside and I finished the graphic novel outdoors. I read the last 1/4 or so of it outside, and I'm just gonna have to count that because that was absolutely as good as it was going to get. I really enjoyed Skim. I really liked it. This one was dealing a little bit more with sexuality, but not too much. It was really discussing more mental health, specifically depression and suicide, and it was strongly written, and the art was gorgeous, and I really liked it. And then I have been reading And Then There Were None because today is the last day of the readathon, so I have just today to finish up the last 90 or so pages of And Then There Were None. But I just went to Walmart and grabbed my friend an ice cream cake for his birthday, and I'm gonna go inside. All their friends are coming over in a little bit, and we're going to play games, eat ice cream cake, and then eventually watch the new episode of Game of Thrones. So that's the plan. I guess I better take this ice cream cake inside before it melts because it's 100 degrees outside. home home again, and Booktubeathon is officially over. It is actually Monday the 31st now, no longer Sunday the 30th, when Booktubeathon was ending, and I thought I would just give you kind of a wrap-up of what I read and how Booktubeathon went. I only wound up participating in one video challenge. That was the cosplay challenge, which I did with my sister and absolutely loved. I don't think I could have had a better one challenge choice this week than to do that one, so thank you to her for doing that with me. As far as books, I accomplished every single one of my goals. I read all 7 books that were on my TBR for the week. On Sunday, before the birthday party for my friend officially got started, I finished reading And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie, which I gave between a 4 and a 4.5 stars. This was such an excellent mystery. I have heard so many good things about this, and it deserved all of that praise. It was excellent. I thought it was a great mystery, a great wrap-up, really suspenseful and interesting, and I can't wait to read another Agatha Christie book this year, because this checks off one of my 2 Agatha Christie books that was on my TBR for the year. So that is everything that I read for Booktubeathon. I hope that you enjoyed watching. I really enjoyed participating in this year and taking it much more mellow. It's good that I did, because as you may have noticed from this vlog, it has been an incredibly busy week. I just finished up actually recording the Harry Potter book battle episode with Rebecca, Chloe, and Kales from Kales Corner, and that was so much fun. I had so much fun answering Harry Potter questions, even though I feel like I never could have adequately prepared. I did prepare a lot for this, but nothing could have prepared me for the difficulty of those questions. So if you didn't end up watching the Harry Potter book battles thing, I will leave that linked below, and the live show is still up so you can go and watch it. It's about an hour of Harry Potter trivia fun, and I hope that if you were doing Booktubeathon, you had a great Booktubeathon. If you did video challenges, let me know which one was your favorite to do, any of that. Yeah, that's Booktubeathon 2017 all over and done with. I hope you enjoyed watching this vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in another video very soon. Bye!